You talk.
I'll do a remote working if I'm the founder. I'll do a remote working. Then I don't want them to be all in office. I just want them to complete the task.
4 days not very successful in Singapore. Very difficult. A portion say we'll try. Who want to?
绝对不会，我那些拿死工资的绝对不会。
Sima, hi. What do you work as?
I work as a business analyst.
How many days do you work a week?
Usually I work for 5 days.
I'm working as a nurse. Now it's 5 days lah. We have target 40 hours per week. So if I have a night shift, so 4 days.
I'm a gym sales consultant, 5.5.
I'm a security professional. I have flexible work days, so I sometimes come all 5 days and sometimes just a few days.
George, from China. I work here like a trader. I prefer to work from home actually because I'm a trader actually. Any place have a internet, I can do my job.
房地产，我做4年，在马来西亚，天天都上班，几乎是自己把那个行程排满了。有时候到凌晨3、4点的时候，我还是会 calling 顾客的。
Are you in favor of 4-day work week?
That will be a good thing to do. It's a nice initiative.
Do you think it's a norm for this 4-day work week to be in Asia or in Singapore in the next few, or even in India? Is it a norm or usually
Okay,
work
in
5 days?
India also they are trying to change the culture, but it looks like not so early. But yes, a lot of people are supporting to go for 4 days rather than doing a 5 days of work. There are few government offices who are working only 4 days.
Oh, we're already working for 4 days.
4 days, 5 days, depends on which industry you are. But I would suggest it will be good to have a balanced work life, personal life, because end of the day you should not regret that you didn't give time for yourself. The most important thing is your own me time. That's what I feel people don't have these days.
So you think it will be the norm in the next few years for the 4-day work week in
Yeah.
Singapore and also in Asia?
Yeah, hope so.
Not really for my industry. I think a corporate job, let's say they are not like chasing target for us and maybe they have like a fixed task, that might make much more sense. But if let's say for sales where practically even though we work 5.5, we can't work almost every day. I mean, it could happen. To be honest, during COVID, it already happened. Maybe not really 4 days, but like hybrid. Let's say for example, people maybe work like 3 days, 4 days, and then like the rest of the days they work from home and everything like that.
For nurse, I don't think it's possible I can work for 4 days because if 4 days we need to work around 12 hours per week, right? So that's very tiring lah for us.
Oh, you mean one day about 12 hours?
Yeah, 12 hours.
Inclusive
4
lunch.
days. Yeah.
So far is 5 days. How many hours a day?
10 hours lah. Exclude the 1 hour's break.
For me,
your-
I can work remotely, and which is why I'm fine to continue working all 5 days. But I do have to come, and I definitely like to come to office.
Oh, why?
Yes, it's definitely required. Working remotely it takes you in a very passive kind of a mode. So you have to have those physical interactions with your colleagues. You have to have that routine every day, getting up, getting ready, and then going to the office. There is a certain routine which is really required to keep you kind of, mobile in a good way. So I feel it's really good to come to office. If not every day, then maybe alternate days or a few days as we set.
So in China, are you familiar as a 4-day work week coming into the new trend or not really?
Have you heard of 996 in China? It's like 6 days work week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So 4 days work week in a competitive economy is almost impossible.
我觉得如果1周工作4天，可能每天工作时间要拉长，不然那个工作效率还有那个生产率会降低，对老板比较好，因为生产力提高。
A lot of jobs or workers they prefer to not work in the office. They prefer work from home. They have adapt to that kind of situation. So maybe for those people, 4 days or 5 days will not have difference. But if for those guys that have to stay in the office, maybe 5 days better because they have lower productivity at home probably because they need to talk with people face to face.
4 days not very successful in Singapore. Very difficult. A portion say we'll try. Who want to?
And do you think from the employer boss point of view, actually it helps the boss, the company as well for a 4-day work week? Or not really? Or depends on industry?
Yeah, maybe some employers they feel like if my employees don't work enough, job won't be done. But maybe there are some employers will be like, I would want them to work more if they are well rested.
But in case it is like physical, presence is required in the office, then obviously the productivity goes down and absence of employees, as they used to be, it's definitely going to make a difference. So not in a positive way.
If as an employer, where my workers are working 4 weeks, I will probably think of more efficient ways of how can we complete the same amount of tasks within that 4-day period. So I think this brings up the efficiency of the company. So I think it's a good idea for the employer as well.
For your own company, you'll probably implement a 4-day work week, 5-day work week, or 9-day.
I'll do a remote working. If I'm the founder, I'll do a remote working. Then I don't want them to be all in office. I just want them to complete the task.
Employers, some may find that you work from home, you are not getting the interaction that you need. Correct, you're not getting the brainstorming that you need. Like you go to an office, you sit down and discuss things, you don't get that.
Were you willing to work for more hours during these 4 days in exchange for the same pay and work 4 days as only?
No, I don't think so, because you just have 24 hours in one day. So you already used to working specific hours, every day. So adding more to that might not be a very interesting thing.
What about a pay cut in exchange for a 4-day work week?
Okay, yes. Pay cut is also not a good thing. We would not like that. So if we have an option, then I think so we should continue with 5 days a week. No pay cut, no extra hours.
I feel like there should be a balance in your personal and professional life. So people should work more efficiently rather working for long hours. I don't prefer long hour culture. Pay cut, I won't suggest, because if you are highly qualified and you are giving your productivity, they should pay you well. It doesn't matter whether you're working 4 days or 5 days.
If you want to have a balanced life, then you have to be at the cost of your good salary, right? So you can I want a good pay, and then I also want to work-life balance. I think it's not something so realistic, right?
绝对不会，for 那些拿死工资的绝对不会。对于员工的话，就可能他们会觉得为什么我每天要工作那么长时间，休息的比较低，比较少啦，可能精神状况有问题之类的。
Many big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, they all actually back to office policy already. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I read about that, and I think I'm quite happy with that, because after COVID, since the inertia has set inside the people that they do not want to come because it's not really mandatory. So once something is mandated and they start coming, then it'll bring back the old routine, not exactly in a bad way, but definitely it'll bring them out of their comfort zones that they have gone into right now, and it's actually counterproductive for them. It's not very healthy, because you really need to be mobile, you need to be moving, and there has to be some kind of activity going on. So when you are back at home, yes, it is good in some way that you are able to spend more time with your family, give more time to your kids, and other your personal activities. But I think so it is also important health-wise that you come to office and have a healthy routine.
你同意他们的说法吗？觉得不错，请点赞订阅。